Marching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
Off the play fake, Winston. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. At their own 4-yard. So the Raiders backed up here to begin their first drive. They'll be led out by the MVP of the National Football League in 2018, the former Texas Tech Red Raider, Patrick Mahomes.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
Brings up. Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Big conversion. They were backed up deep to start the drive, able to pick up the first.
So the goal is at least a first down here, right? Pick up a first down, give yourself some breathing room, and if you have to punt after that, maybe you've helped with field position and you've helped out your defense.
And avoided a 3 and out on their opening drive. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mahomes firing complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season, and the Raiders have taken the early lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well.
else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
From the 27, Winston. This complete to Henry over the middle.
Henry.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, Can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down.
And the Raiders have got him. Trey Hendrickson, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and it can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Mahomes now on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
Pass.
Call it a gain of 5. And that'll bring up second down.
Brings up second.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
14. And the Raider first down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Raiders 7, Broncos nothing.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So they got the deal done, and now he can just focus on football. He's got that behind him, family not going anywhere, staying put. He can focus on football.
And I like how you mentioned the family, because that's a huge part of it, because everyone needs to be happy and comfortable. And, you know, while this process was going on, people had to be wondering, especially within his own crew, are we going to have to move? Are we going to have to change things? Not anymore. They get to stay where they're comfortable and familiar.
And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
The running back.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
For the running back.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, there's 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends. They're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
First down, Las Vegas.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for only a couple.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
They're able to hold them to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
Number 85.
From 3 yards out, and the Raiders add on to their lead.
For the point after.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
2 yards. It's 3rd down and 5.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Jake Bailey.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's in his zone, 2nd quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
And the Raider 1st down.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And Waller taking it in over the middle.
Mahomes pass.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
22 yards.
A good pickup there at 22.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
11 yards there, 1st down.
11 on the play.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
1st down.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Makes it
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called.
It's a gain of a yard.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And this is not going to be anywhere close. No good. Way wide to the left. So we have come to half. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Broncos, nothing.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
28-yard line.
So here are the Raiders now to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Bucs. They lead here as well as they come up on first down. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
The ball carried by number.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. The former 3rd overall pick, Quentin Williams, there to bring him down.
9 yards.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes going to throw right side here, complete.
Mahomes pass.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. 2 catches in the first.
Depth challenge play. Resume.
Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down.
Winston sacked.
He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Winston. And it's complete. Henry. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 30-yard line. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Jameis Winston sacked.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire. It sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there. 62 yards. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
At the 29-yard line.
Again, it's Mixon. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Nicholas Morrow.
They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And this is caught by Watkins. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And right side, Henry's got it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 49-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
Winston sacked.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
4th and 2 in the NFL, not ordinarily a running down anymore. Usually that ball is moved through the air. They went ahead and gave it to the back, and he ends up picking up the first down. I'm not sure if they fooled him as much as they just did a nice job executing.
Needed 2, and they got 3. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up second.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Winston now. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Kramer. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Broncos on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. To throw is Winston. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Intended for Brandon.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Hunter Henry.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the Raiders' 25-yard line.
Throwing, Winston. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 13-yard line.
Denver Broncos.
13 yards down to the 13.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the red zone now, Winston. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. From 13 yards out, and the Broncos cut into that lead.
Instant replay. Entering screen resume.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up, it's good. That'll make the scoreline 20-10. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. To throw is Mahomes. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Mahomes to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Number 20.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 10-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown.
Number 85.
A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
The kicker on.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
An extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Denver's offense ready to go again. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
First down, Winston. And the Raiders have got him. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. To try again after the sack. Winston, they'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. 3rd and long for Winston. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
For Sammy Watkins.
The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Davis now to return it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away.